The victim of a hit and run on Madison's east side has died, and the suspect awaits official charges in jail. And thousands of U.S. troops head to Eastern Europe today as tensions continue to rise between Russia and Ukraine. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. We are learning new information about a shooting outside of a Milwaukee school that injured 5 people. Police say the 4 teenage girls and a woman were shot last night in connection to a dispute on social media. It happened outside of Rufus King High School around 7:30 during a basketball game. The 5 were leaving the game when a fight ensued. Investigators say an adult male suspect then fired multiple shots at the group.
The worst part about it is that while those kids were shot, it was the adults in their lives that brought the guns into the equation. Like, we can't adults are supposed to be the role models. They're supposed to set the example, not escalate the problem.
Police are still looking for the suspects involved in the incident. A 65-year-old woman who suffered serious injuries from a hit-and-run crash on Madison's east side has died. The crash happened around 9 Saturday morning on Milwaukee Street at Stoughton Road. After the crash, the suspect reportedly ran from the scene and armed himself inside a home. He eventually turned himself in after a standoff with police. The suspect is awaiting official charges in the Dane County Jail. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Austin standing by with a look at our forecast. Boy, that storm down south is close.
Oh, that's the thing, though. It's close, but not really affecting us too much. But it is bringing down our temperatures. It's really pulling them down. 12 degrees outside right now. And with a slight breeze out of the north-northwest, it makes it feel like it's around 2 degrees below zero. So quite a difference compared to the 40s that we saw here yesterday. But here is a look at that storm that Mark just mentioned. It is a powerful storm currently moving through a lot of communities here just down to our south, from Wichita through St. Louis, Chicago, and now starting to affect the Cincinnati area as well. That's going to continue to shift off to the east. It did bring a few flurries and lighter snow showers to some of our southern communities, but most of that is even wrapping up here for the rest of the day. We are looking to stay dry. Temperatures have cooled down because of this system just down to our south, but later on in the afternoon, we are expecting highs of around 15 degrees. We're still going to see the cloud cover. Mostly cloudy skies are expected, and a few flurries possible down south. But other than that, we're not going to see much snowfall here. But do we have any more snow chances in the forecast? We'll have an update on that coming up in a bit.
Thank you, Austin. We'll see you in a few minutes. Our schools are in crisis. Buildings are on the brink of closing again, and this time, they don't have enough teachers. In this week's Eye on Education, our Chris Stanford takes a look at what it takes to keep schools open right now.
Good morning.
These days,
Good morning.
every new school day comes at a cost.
Morning, Michael. Morning, Nathan.
Principals like Shannon Anderson are faced with the same old problem, covering for COVID-related teacher absences.
10 teachers today.
10 of the 55 certified teachers were out the day that we visited Oregon Middle School.
We have 4 of those covered.
Covering classrooms has become the new routine. For districts across the U.S., substitute teachers are in high demand, but in short supply. OMS is fortunate to have a couple of on-site subs.
But that hasn't been enough.
For the rest of the holes,
Julie will send an email out to all of our teachers.
it'll come down to the rest of the staff to cover.
But with that comes a cost.
And that's where the bigger issue comes in.
Less time to plan, less time to grade.
Teachers are giving up valuable prep time.
It feels awful asking them to give up that planning and prep time to go cover for a colleague. And yet they do it day after day.
For now, students are paying the price, which Principal Anderson says is just not sustainable.
Sometimes you're going to get, maybe it's an English teacher filling in for a PE teacher, or a tech ed teacher filling in, for a social studies teacher. Is there an impact to the quality of the education that the kids get?
It definitely impacts student learning, but the alternative of not being open is obviously far worse.
Principal Anderson is asking for everyone's grace and gratitude right now during these trying times, and she encourages anyone willing to become a licensed substitute. For Eye on Education, I'm Chris Stanford. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Tomorrow we'll share how one area college is taking action to get more substitute teachers into schools. President Biden is talking about potential Supreme Court nominees with Republican senators, including Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. At least a dozen women are currently under consideration. They include federal judges, state Supreme Court judges, professors, and civil rights lawyers. Several are former public defenders or prosecutors, but several Republicans, including Texas Senator Ted Cruz, are slamming the president's campaign promise to nominate the first black female justice.
When Senator Cruz says that it's an insult to black women, you would say,
I don't think they're going to be insulted. No more insulted than women were when Ronald Reagan considered Sandra Day O'Connor to put on the Supreme Court.
President Biden is telling Democratic senators he wants them to move quickly and get his pick confirmed within 40 days of her nomination. Meanwhile, the Pentagon is deploying more U.S. forces to Eastern Europe. At the request of NATO allies concerned Russia will invade Ukraine. Today, the Russian Ministry of Defense released a video showing its army conducting joint military exercises with Belarus near the border. 2,000 U.S. troops will be leaving for Germany and Poland, while another 1,000 will head to Romania.
These are not permanent moves. They are moves designed to respond to the current security environment. Moreover, these forces are not going to fight in Ukraine. They are going to ensure the robust defense of our NATO allies.
U.S. officials say Russia has shown no clear signs of de-escalation, but the State Department continues to urge Russian President Vladimir Putin to pursue diplomacy. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Companies put a halt to hiring at the start of the year and can't top this, the pizza toppings Americans would rather not eat. I'm Diane King-Haw at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Join Planet Fitness today for zero enrollment. Zero, like a bagel. It's only $10 a month, cancel anytime.
Enjoy tons of equipment for zero enrollment.
Zero enrollment?
And $10 a month.
That makes me so happy.
Feel Fitacular in 2022 for zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 2nd.
During Steinhaffel's Super Sale, have dinner on us. Get a $100 Grubhub, Uber Eats, or DoorDash gift card when you purchase some new furniture. Start with 35% off the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. Plus, when you take advantage of Steinhaffel's special financing, you'll save even more. So get some new furniture and have dinner on us during the Super Sale at Steinhaffel's. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
When you're remodeling your plumbing, turn to RHD. We're family-owned and committed to getting the job done right the first time. Reducing the spread of germs is very important, especially now. It's time to think about automatic and touchless plumbing. These new faucets give you a sleek, modern look while keeping you healthy and conserving water. Hand-waving sensors reduce germs, and your virtual voice assistant can help you determine the water temperature and how much to use. Reliable, honest, dedicated. RHD Plumbing, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
The Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show is coming, and admission is free. Shop, compare, and save big. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lazary, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
How sharks could hold the key to curing cancer. Thursday at 6.
Join Planet Fitness today for zero enrollment. Zero, like a bagel. It's only $10 a month, cancel anytime.
Enjoy tons of equipment for zero enrollment.
Zero enrollment?
And $10 a month.
That makes me so happy.
Feel Fitacular in 2022 for zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 2nd.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
A setback for the labor market. According to ADP, private employers slashed jobs in January. The payroll processor says companies cut 301,000 jobs last month. Not only is it worse than predicted, it is the opposite direction of the job market economists expected. Leisure and hospitality was hit hardest as COVID cases surged last month. 4 drug companies have reached a tentative deal tied to the nation's opioid crisis. Under the terms of the proposed settlement, Johnson & Johnson, Cardinal Health, McKesson, and AmerisourceBergen will pay $590 million to more than 500 Native American tribes. All federally recognized tribes are eligible to participate in the settlement. On the earnings front, GM posted record numbers in the fourth quarter. The car maker says it earned $1.7 billion. That was better than expected, and it is projecting strong demand this year as the chip shortage eases. And move over pineapple. There's another more controversial pizza topping. According to a new OnePoll survey, more than a third of Americans detest anchovies on their slice. And the contentious pineapple still got a thumbs down from 32% of respondents. As for jalapenos, more like jalapeno for more than 1 in 4. On the flip side, pepperoni was the most popular pizza topping. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane Kinghall.
Interesting. Austin loves pineapple on his pizzas. Wall Street at the noon hour, the Dow Industrials up almost 81 points. The NASDAQ up 24. The S&P 500 up 21. There's still more ahead on News 3 Now at noon. Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report has your egg numbers. Jimmy the Groundhog makes his prediction on what the weather has in store for us. Speaking of which, Austin will be back with your complete forecast using more scientific methods. We'll find out if he agrees with Jimmy's prediction when we come back.
Give any room in your home a stunning new look and feel with Palisade wall planks from Menards. These easy-to-install waterproof planks require no mortar and have a natural wood grain or tile look, making them ideal for bathrooms, kitchens, and laundry rooms. They can be installed over concrete, plywood, drywall, and even existing tile. Save big money on your next home improvement project with Palisade wall planks now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Need a COVID-19 booster, vaccine, or test? Hy-Vee makes it easy. Whether you're getting a booster shot or it's your first COVID-19 vaccine, there's no appointment necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get a vaccine anytime the pharmacy is open. COVID-19 vaccines are free. Plus, you get a 50-cent fuel saver. And if you need to get tested, Hy-Vee has drive-through COVID-19 testing. Your local Hy-Vee pharmacy is here for you.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Winter is prime time for carbon monoxide poisoning. It's our time for Kids Experts tell you what you should never do if your power or furnace goes out.
And we continue to track Arctic cold moving into Wisconsin. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
She swam to fight cancer.
With the statistics, it's amazing that I'm still here.
Now 4 new swimmers join her fight. Susan Simon takes you inside a groundbreaking UW study.
It's going to be very promising.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. A big change from yesterday.
Boy, that's for sure. That's for sure. At least the wind's not too terribly strong today. That, I think, would have been more than I wanted to face up to after sunshine and that beautiful stuff yesterday. Well, maybe it'll put a smile on your face. The Beef, It's What's for Dinner campaign has partnered up with a new voice and face, and it's from Wisconsin. Tony Romo, former Dallas Cowboys quarterback and now analyst on sports networks, is going to become the new face and voice for the Beef, It's What's for Dinner campaign. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association announced the contract yesterday with the Beef Checkoff. He will be in that position for at least a year, and he's going to be promoting all things beef, from beef nutrition to the story of how it's raised, right on through to, of course, the great taste. So Tony Romo, the new voice and face of the Beef, It's What's for Dinner campaign. Talking about Wisconsin dairy farmers, they had a little bit of good news in the month of December. Their milk price went up to $21.60 a hundredweight on average across the state. That works out to be about $1.86 per gallon at the farm gate. That was $1.30 higher than November and $3.50 more than they were paid for milk December of 2020. Wisconsin still lagging behind about 20 cents a hundredweight compared to the all milk price average. Dairy markets today in Chicago. Well, the cheese is firm. We've got National Pizza Day coming up on February 9th. Barrel cheese today was up 4.5 cents at $1.84. 40-pound block cheese up 2 1/4 at $1.88. But the AA butter down another 3 today at $2.45 1/4 per pound. But I'll tell you what, National Pizza Day, that's an event, that's a holiday I can get behind. And obviously with the Super Bowl on the way, Wisconsin dairy farmers and their cheese processors are going to be kept busy getting all that cheese ready for the top of those pizzas.
You know what Susan Simon says? There's no such thing as bad pizza.
That's right. No, that's true. And I heard the toppings thing. I'm kind of a sausage kid myself.
Yeah, no anchovies, no.
None of that goofy stuff. That's right.
Thank you, Pam. Well, earlier this morning, crowds gathered in Sun Prairie to hear from Jimmy the Groundhog on if we'll have an early spring or 6 more weeks of winter.
I hereby proclaim we will have early spring. Hey, Jimmy. With my shadow.
All right, Jimmy. Now over in Pennsylvania, Puxatawny Phil is predicting 6 more weeks of winter after he saw his shadow. So it's only a matter of time until we can determine who's the certified most accurate groundhog. Here's Austin. Now, you are a big fan of Puxatawny Phil. That's from your neck of the woods.
That's right, yeah. I have a ton of family actually in the Puxatawny area, so I've been to Groundhog Day, I think 3 or 4 times now, and every single time is an absolute blast. I would highly recommend it. It really is a fun time to be out there. So, you know, naturally, I think I gotta lean towards Punxsy Phil on this one, but time will tell whether we're gonna really stay cooler than average or if we're gonna see that early spring taking over. This forecast is starting to make me think actually early spring, but not with the cloud cover that we have outside and the cold temperatures that we have currently seen. Now that cool down has hit today. It's going to be around for today, Thursday and Friday. Not really looking at so much precipitation here throughout much of this next week, but thanks to that and thanks to this storm actually missing us down to our south, we should see a pretty decent recovery in terms of our temperatures. So by the time we reach this weekend, the 20s and even 30s are likely going to return. Above normal high temperatures are in the forecast for this next upcoming week as well. So we are going to see some warmer than average temperatures. But now the Doppler track, this is showing that mess that is currently falling here, again, to the south of southern Wisconsin. But this is causing quite a few widespread issues. And this is even also expected to produce quite a bit of some icing in a lot of spots down to our south and east. Here locally, though, not seeing those impacts. The only impacts we're really seeing is that breeze between around 8 and 15 miles per hour and the heavy cloud cover as well and the cool down, but we're not actually really seeing the snowfall moving through. That did miss us down to our south as expected. Now the future track does show those temperatures staying quite cool here for the rest of the day. In the overnight hours, we're going to see the single digits to start out our Thursday morning, and then by Thursday afternoon, only seeing those lower teens. So this is really going to be that coldest part of the forecast. Starting to see that additional warmth piling back on here by Friday, but also in the afternoon hours on Friday, there is going to be a slight chance to see a passing flurry here and there, maybe a lighter snow shower, but that's really all we're looking at with this system. Not too much is actually expected. Again, that main system down to our south is going to race on out to the east, so that won't really do too much for us, but this is another look at where that next thing is going to come from here on Friday afternoon. This model not so much bringing that flurry chance here, but I still do think there's a good solid chance to see a few flurries in southern Wisconsin, especially late in the day here on Friday. So we're going to keep a close eye out on that. Temperatures looking pretty good. This is my favorite graphic for today because the cool down that we have for today and tomorrow not going to last very long. We're going to see those 30s returning to the forecast here by the time we reach this next week. 20s for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday looking quite nice here, and not many chances for any precipitation. A few flurry chances near the end of the forecast, also Friday afternoon, but other than that, we're staying remarkably dry here in this forecast, and that will help to actually bring up our temperatures a bit. So this is a forecast I'm loving.
Yeah, looking up. All right. Thank you, Austin. Up next, Howard has come up with a piping hot dessert that's tasty and diabetic-friendly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
This week, we're looking at ways to either eat better or trim a few pounds. And as we all know, that's no easy task. That's why I want to share a warm-you-up cozy dessert from our latest diabetic-friendly cookbook. It's a bubbling strawberry rhubarb cobbler that comes together in no time and is ADA approved. We start with some strawberries, and right now they're coming from Florida at prices that you might expect to find in the summer. And we mix them with a good amount of fresh or frozen rhubarb and some honey. We give it a good mix, then spoon it into ramekins or a small baking dish. For the best part, we finish these with a crumbly butter tasting topping, which is simply some oatmeal mixed with a little brown sugar or brown sugar substitute, a bit of cinnamon, and some margarine. Pop these in the oven, and when the whole house smells amazing, you'll know they're done. These are a tasty way to warm everyone up on a cold winter night. Between the piping hot combo of the berries and rhubarb and the crumbly oatmeal topping, you'll want to cozy up with this all month long. To get the recipe for our bubbling strawberry rhubarb cobbler, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a guilt-free, comforting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, next to noon, Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council will show us how to make a couple of recipes for your sweetie or family on Valentine's Day. That's coming up.
Now, First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed? Just $89.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this Valentine's Day and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed, just $89.
Welcome back. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council joining us. Valentine's Day just around the corner.
I know, isn't it crazy? It's February already.
It's amazing.
The year's going to fly by.
So what do you got for us today?
Okay, so I have 2 steak recipes and kind of a little bit non-traditional steak cuts for Valentine's Day. Usually I think of tenderloin as Valentine's Day special, but I have a recipe with a flat iron and I have a recipe with a top round steak, so an economical steak recipe. So let's start with the flat iron. They're called porcini dusted steaks with horseradish crust, and actually you could use any steak in this recipe, any tender steak. So I took a flat iron, they come about 1 3/4 pounds, and I cut it into quarters, so nice serving size. And then I rubbed the steaks with dried porcini mushrooms, which you can find in the supermarket these days pretty easily, and some cracked black pepper. Sauteed them up on my stovetop, like in a really nice heavy cast iron skillet, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then I topped them with cream-style horseradish mixture with some Dijon mustard and fresh chives, and then sprinkled on breadcrumbs, and then popped them in a 425-degree oven. So for only about 10 minutes. So if you have an oven-safe meat thermometer, you could put that right in one of the flat irons, pull it out at 135, 140, let them rest like you do any other steaks, like off the grill or your prime rib roast at the holidays. Let it rest, and that temperature will continue to rise to 145 degrees for a nice, perfect medium rare. And then make your favorite side dishes, some steamed green beans or a vegetable, Brussels sprouts, some potatoes, a nice salad, and you have an awesome, delicious, like steakhouse recipe here in your own kitchen for Valentine's Day in about 45 minutes.
Looks great. All right, what's the second one?
Second recipe is called Dijon beef rolls. So yeah, I took a top round steak, and you might want to call ahead for this and ask for an extra thin top round, and then pound it even a little more thin, 1/4 inch, because that top round really needs to be tenderized that way, because we're not going to do a tenderizing cooking method. We're going to do it in a skillet. But pound it nice and thin, and then stuff it with some Parmesan, some green onion, and then roll it up, and then tie it jelly roll style, and then dredge in a little flour, and then you just finish them off here like in a cast iron pan or a skillet, 4 or 5 minutes, and that's all they need. And then it's got a recipe for a sauce to go with Dijon mustard, dry white wine, a little garlic, a little more chive, and some onion in there, and lemon peel too, so a little citrusy kind of Dijon sauce to go on your economical Dijon beef rolls. So a couple recipes to think about for Valentine's Day if you want to try something new. If you're staying in this year, check out beeftips.com. That's Wisconsin Beef Council website. Right there on the homepage, click on As Seen on TV, and you'll find these recipes, plus some other recipes I picked out that I think would work perfectly for Valentine's Day this year.
All right, we got to get you back in the studio. I got to try these things.
I hope soon I can get back in there and see you.
All right, Ange, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Here's Austin now with one final check of the forecast.
Oh, I'm hungry over here. I can't lie about that. And hey, afternoon, high temperature, 15 degrees. So we're really not looking at a very overall warm day. It's about 30 degrees colder than yesterday at times. So we do need to factor that in as you head out. It's not nearly as mild as it has been. Mostly cloudy skies are going to stick around for the rest of today, and a few flurries are possible down to the south, although accumulation is not looking likely, especially from this point moving forward. Extended forecast, not really many snow chances to talk about. Slim chance late in the day on Friday to see a passing flurry, and then also this later Thursday and Friday, a few more flurries are going to be possible, but we're really not looking at many chances.
All right, Austin, thank you. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Thanks for watching.